Fence fam, what is going on? Welcome on this Taco Tuesday. We are live and ready to roll and super excited to have Mr. Dan Olson on the show. Dan, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself, Greg?
Oh, I can't complain. What's the saying? You complain, nobody really listens anyways, or something like that?
Yeah, something.
Yeah, somewhere along those lines. But so obviously those people that aren't familiar with that one streaming platform slash informational thing called YouTube, they may not know who you are, but of the 200,000 plus people that aren't subscribed to you guys, who are you, Dan?
My name is Dan Olson, and I work for SWI, and we are a Wyoming-based fence company. Wyoming's the largest fence company.
Yes, and I found that out today.
Yeah.
When I go online, I'm like, hey, what do you know about Dan? They're like, well, he works with the largest company in Wyoming, and probably the largest fence. What do you say? Informational YouTube page.
Informational, educational, absolutely.
Yeah. Which, how did you become the face of that?
Oh. Well, to be honest, I would say I'm not really the face of that, but I am going to say that became a role of mine in my job title.
Yeah.
Right as soon as Mark decided to, well, I think he was on a fire call or something, or he had to step away for or something really urgent. He's like, "Hey, just can you finish up this video for me real quick?" And I was just scared to death because there was a mic on me, there was a camera in my face, and I was like, "Hey, we just met. What's your name?"
I feel like we should maybe go to lunch or something first. Like,
Yeah. Can we go back to the very beginning?
Yeah. That's awesome, man. So yeah, obviously, which we have Amanda here from Contractor Accelerator says, happy Tuesday. My turn to watch you live. So hello, Amanda. Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, we'll just stay on the topic of the YouTube channel for right now, and then we're going to switch it back up to some other things. But so with the YouTube channel, obviously you guys put out great content. So how are you coming up with this content? And then also, are you a one shoot kind of guy, or does it take you multiple?
We actually just kind of restructured this because it can get kind of in the weeds at times. And what I mean by that is you can try to generate an idea from another idea, or generate an idea from a comment or a thought. And I would say that right, that's what we were doing, but now we're actually going through like a planning meeting, and we're all trying to generate thoughts and ideas to go with the best information out there.
Yeah. It's crazy how much goes into YouTube and filming, isn't it?
Yeah, that's.
Don't look too excited, Dan.
I'm working on one right now, and it's Mark stopped by and he's like, "Man, you just can't not build fence, can you?" And I was like, I guess not. I just wanted to make sure it was right for the presentation of the YouTube video, so I guess I can't.
That's awesome. Do you have a certain style of fence that you like to build when you're doing the YouTube stuff?
I would say that my favorites, I don't really have a favorite style.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that my favorite is the one that is lacking the most knowledge. So if there's a lot of knowledge missing, or everybody has a tons of questions on this, then maybe that's something that we need to talk about.
Yeah.
And a result of going back to your earlier question, also in a result of, hey, what helps you come up with YouTube content is, with us being a business, or with it being a business, people do call into the store with a lot of YouTube questions. I mean, tons. And so sometimes if we feel like there's a YouTube question that is being asked constantly, maybe we didn't give enough information, or maybe there's something that we lacked or we didn't provide. That we can share we can teach more, teach better, or maybe the whole entire industry just isn't, sharing it.
Yeah. I assume you guys probably have like a person that's doing full-time editing for that.
Yes.
Yeah. I figured you would have. Is that also your camera person as well?
Yep. So he's our camera person, and he does a lot of things. He wears multiple hats.
Really?
And the individual is a rock star. He does a wonderful job. And I would say that as soon as, back to that first day, when I actually first met him and Mark threw that camera in my face, he's like, "Hey, finish this up for me." It's been a great relationship working with him.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's been really fun.
So was the whole YouTube thing Mark's idea?
The whole YouTube thing, I'm going to say that Mark started that, yes. He did start it. I don't know if it was extremely his idea or if it was a mutual idea between him and, Alan, the other owner.
Mm-hmm. Which Kevin Orlando's here saying, hey, Orlando Hinge Company, home on the Swan Hinge. Evan Gardner says, hey, that's the YouTube guy. Evan has wing tools. Have you seen those?
I have. I think I talked to him here just last year I don't remember when, but I do remember talking to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got some cool tools that he came up with. So yeah. Now, when it comes to these YouTube videos and stuff, are you the one that are you coming up with like a script off the top of your head, or do you guys have like a general idea of like certain things you want to cover, or you just going through the install?
We were going through just basic install, and there again, I think what we were doing, we were going through basic install with no script, and I think that we started feeling like we were missing out, and because being behind camera, you kind of just want to push it across the finish line and you forget things. And then the video comes out and you're like, oh man, I forgot that. Or, somebody watching the video is like, how did you forget that part?
Yeah.
And so we actually started coming up with a little bit of a script just to help us remember of key points that we need to address and keep.
So, and then that makes me wonder, has the YouTube channel ever, like a comment or something suggested something and change it how SWI installs?
Have we ever changed to a comment?
Yeah, like has a comment like, I'm just going to say something in general, like, hey, you should put your pickets at this height. And then you guys think about it. And you're like, you know what? We should do that. And then you guys start doing it.
I'm going to say no.
Like,
I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no on that because, I mean, we get a lot of DIYers on there, so we do get a lot of, I don't know how much fence contractors watch, but as far as DIYers, if somebody doesn't like your idea, they're just going to call you,
all kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't really know what to say there. I'm sorry.
No, you're good, which is great. Cause I mean, obviously you don't want people to call you everything, but for YouTube and stuff, you want them to debate and stuff and go back and forth in the comments. Cause then it pushes your video more because people are engaging. So it's even better. And you're like, oh, perfect.
I mean, there was a video that we did here just not too long ago. And, I guess I was just talking to the videographer today, and he's like, "Yeah, you were getting tons of hate comments on that video." And I was like, "Oh, whoops." He's like, "No, it's really good. It's positive, I promise."
Yeah, I know it's hard. So it's hard at times, right? Because you don't want to put out too many things that cause that, but then at the same time, you're like, "Hey, this is great. Like, we're getting so many more views for this," and just the way that people react is kind of crazy. But
it is kind of crazy the way that people do react. I'm definitely going to agree with you there. And I mean, and the biggest thing there is the way that people react just for you trying to share your expertise and be educational. Like, hey, if you don't like it, I didn't ask you to watch. You clicked on the video.
Yeah, I agree. And then they come in with all these opinions and everything, and you're like, wait, what? Like, it's not even making sense.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which I was going to ask, do you know which video is your most viewed video that you guys have?
I think if I had to take a guess, it's probably I think I do. I think it's an anti-sag kit installation, or no, it's not an anti-sag kit installation. It's talking about a compression brace and a tension brace on a cedar gate.
I've seen that one. You guys sitting at the desk?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was actually kind of interesting because again, just trying to generate content, and we were sitting there at the desk, and I don't even remember if Mark was back from Florida yet, and I think he might have been there temporarily, or maybe he just got back, and we're build up that bank. That was one of the topics that let's do this one.
Yeah.
And so we did it, and I think we shot it really, really fast.
Yeah, it's I loved it because it's like a pretty mellow video, and like you guys just kind of hanging out talking about it and stuff, and you're like making a couple jokes. And but who came up with the idea and created that little thing? Oh, did we lose him? I think we may have lost him. Oh, are you back?
I'm back. I don't know who's having problems.
Was it me having problems?
I don't know.
Was I frozen on your end? Because
yeah, I was frozen on my. I was just spinning the wheel on my side.
Oh, okay. That's funny because I was having internet issues before we started this, and yeah, I think we're good, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes, right? Two guys that do YouTube videos, we can't even get the right internet going. Gotta love how that works, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know if you heard, but I was mentioning that I love that video you guys did because it was so like mellow and just kind of like a couple jokes back and forth, and nothing crazy. And then but I want to know who created the little gate kit, like the little tool you had.
So the little tabletop tool that we had, I actually made that.
Did you?
I did. I made that. Mark and I, okay, so maybe I lied just a little bit on this. Now it's kind of coming back a little bit. We did pregame this one just a little bit because we were trying to figure out how to demonstrate this in a tabletop. And so Mark, he's like, all right, so this is what I need, and how are we going to get it? And I was like, oh yeah, I can go home and make it tonight. I'll make it after hours, and then I'll bring it back, and we'll just use it in the video. And it worked great.
Mm-hmm.
So I went home after work and made it in my wood shop and brought it back to work.
And boom, done.
And boom, done.
Which, speaking of wood shop, so we'll transition to that a little bit. Because you kind of like to do a little bit on the side, right? Little woodworking stuff.
Yes, I do woodworking on the side, and I've been into that for a little bit again, and I actually built all brand new kitchen cabinets here in my house.
Really?
So I did that, and then I've been doing some built-ins for projects for my wife throughout her business.
So does your wife pay you for those?
I get paid for them, yeah.
Okay. I was like, you better send her an invoice.
Well, typically it's set up as two different companies. So my wife owns my wife owns Cottonwood Interiors here in Cody, Wyoming, and it's on the main strip. And she's been in business since 2022, And she's had some people come in that just want her services. And then if she can't find something that she's looking for, she's like, hey, can you make this? Yes, I can. I can make it, but there again, this is probably what it's going to cost in the ballpark. Okay, I'll get back to you.
So how much time does Dan have to sit on the couch and relax?
Could you repeat the question?
So no time.
I'm not a sit on the couch kind of guy.
Yeah.
It's always go on something.
Yeah.
It's never something that's just, it's kind of, I've adopted, I guess.
Yeah. Do you ever see yourself making your own YouTube channel for the woodworking stuff?
I've been asked a few times. My cousin actually reached out to me here not too long ago. He's like, hey, I want to build my own kitchen cabinets this winter. I need YouTube videos. It's like, okay, I'll do my best. And then there's been some other people along the way that there's been multiple people that have told me that, hey, you should really look into this.
Yeah.
There again, it's ultimately, it's one of those things that how far do you want to take it?
Yeah. Well, and so my question is there any type of crossover between the woodworking and fence building? Like, does being good at one make you better at the other, or is it just completely different?
Attention to detail is killer.
Yeah.
I would say that, attention to detail in woodworking is very critical, because you're monitoring and critiquing all your cuts, because your cuts have to be extremely right on. And if they're not right on, then you're using wood filler. And if you use a lot of wood filler, then it doesn't look great. And then you just kind of degrade yourself and feel that it's not that great of a piece because of how much wood filler's in there. So I would say that crosses over into the wood industry of fence building, because you want everything to reflect that kind of same thing. So I would say that they do play hand in hand from the wood fence industry to woodworking. I would agree. Because if you've developed that set of skill, then if you have two boards that come together and have a little bit of a bow, and you can see through that, you can see some daylight, it's gonna drive you crazy.
Yeah.
It does drive me crazy. I like everything to be uniform, nice and straight, nice and tidy. And if it's not nice and tidy, then I'm trying to figure out why it's not.
So when you build your gates, you're probably really good at them, aren't you?
Again, joints and miters and cuts, it's a high traffic area. And that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Is, if you're gonna nitpick yourself on your fence building process at all, period, let's step up your gate game before we start stepping up let's try to build your whole entire game, but make sure your gate game is on point.
Yeah.
Exponentially. Because if it's not on point, that's where your first callback is going to be.
Oh yeah. That's very true. Here, let's take a second and let's pause for our rapid fire questions coming at you, which we forgot to go over these pre-show. So surprise. Yeah. So here's your rapid fire questions brought to you guys by Brand Builders. If you guys need a website, reach out to Brand Builders. Use gobrandbuilders.com/Fence Guy Podcast. So question one, you make fence videos. I don't want to say for a living, but you do it. So when you're at like a get together or a school function, where people don't really know you, but and they ask you, what do you do? And you say, I make YouTube videos about fence. What is their reaction, or what kind of face are they making?
To be honest, I'm going to go back into that question, and I'm just going to go ahead and say, what do you do? I'm a fence contractor. I don't try to go more into depth than I have to.
Okay.
So, I don't put sprinkles on the cake. I guess.
Gotcha. But sprinkles are good.
I know they are good, but I just, I try to just go through in a nice straight line and like, hey, I'm just here.
Yeah.
I'm this kid's dad.
Yeah. We're here to watch the play just like you. Let's watch.
Yeah, exactly.
So woodworking or fence building, if you had to choose one for the rest of your life and could never do the other one again, which one survives?
Oh my gosh. That's a hard question.
We'll say they both make the same amount of money.
Right, you gotta flip a coin.
See what happens.
You gotta flip a coin.
Tails never fails.
Yeah. I've always heard that heads wins.
Yeah, it does usually because I'm like tails never fails, and it's head every time. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? All right, so you've taught at FIS multiple times, which we'll talk about that as well here shortly. Has a student ever built something so wrong that you just looked at it and walked away?
I did actually. So I taught last year, and I gave it I gave verbal of what I was looking for, and it was not right at all. And so then the next day, we had another team in there, and I was like, all right, this is what I'm looking for. Can you guys build it? And so it was, I was like, hey, you guys did a lot better than the last team. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring in the first team and have them look at your work, so that way they can understand what I was really asking for. And that was actually me and Dan Wheeler that were doing that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you did most of the work, and Dan just stood there and hung out. Sorry, Wheeler, if you're watching this. He'll understand. Okay, so question number 4, Wyoming weather versus, because you guys do work all around. So Wyoming weather versus Montana weather. Which one is trying to kill you on a job site?
This week, both of them are.
Both of them are.
This week it is terrible hot. I think tomorrow is our first cool day in like 5 days.
Really?
I heard that Montana was up to like 113.
Wow.
And that was somewhere right around Billings. I don't know what we were on Saturday or Sunday here in Cody, but it was temperatures that we typically don't really see. I mean, it was over the hundreds.
Dang.
If we're getting into the 90s, we're doing pretty good.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. Okay, so last one. SWI's YouTube channel says, the bio says, love to laugh while you're working. What is the funniest thing that's ever happened on a job site that you probably should not have laughed at, but you definitely did?
No, there's too many things to go. There's too many things to talk about there, because I mean, and it's not even the job site. It's sometimes, it's just in the office. I mean, I'm a huge prankster. I really enjoy humor. Lectures aren't, I'll do a lecture if I have to, but humor is more so my favorite thing. And I'm just going to answer this question with something that didn't happen on the job site. I actually wired a car horn and stuck it underneath a secretary's desk in the office, and then hid behind the wall the next day and flipped that switch on, and she like almost went through the ceiling. It was so comical. But before I did this, I made sure to put my phone in the window and video the whole entire thing.
That's awesome. Did you post it anywhere, or did you just show everybody?
I did not. She was horribly embarrassed, and she said you can't post that anywhere. So by respect of that coworker, I did.
Yeah.
I wanted to, but because of respect, I didn't do anything with it.
That's awesome. You guys should do a video of nothing but pranks for like a day and just go through and like pranking everyone and stuff.
Well, I mean, It was just today that we were actually talking, or some of us in the shop today, and we were talking about that car horn again.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what we should do? We should wire that up to the dolly so that way we could show job site safety and, just pushing the dolly around the shop and kind
That's awesome.
of like a forklift.
Yeah. That's awesome, dude. So everybody, that was our rapid fire questions brought to you guys by Brand Builders. Make sure you reach out to them. They are offering 50% off your first month using Fence Guy Podcast. What do you call it? Landing page? Yeah, landing page. So, FIS, Fence Installation School, at AFA University. I believe it's going to be in Grapevine, Texas again this year.
Yeah.
What is it, 2026? Dang, it's actually not too far away. Gosh, this year's going by so fast. So with that being said, I seen you last year there. Got to meet you in person. What was your takeaways from AFAU last year?
I would say that I took a lot away from it, just enjoying to teach people, meet new people, and meet people that I've heard of, but just never got to meet them before. Like, hey, have you ever met this guy or talked to this guy? No, I don't know. Here, I've heard the name, but don't know him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been kind of like a lot of that, I would say, but it was extremely fun. And Nick Reich, I know him because I don't remember what year it was, but I actually went through gate operator installation school there.
Where was it in Grapevine? Still there?
It was close to Dallas, Fort Worth.
Okay.
I don't remember. It was like at a Hilton or something like that.
Oh, okay. How did you get involved in teaching at AFAU?
That would be my other brother, the other owner of SWI, which would be Alan. Alan, I don't know exactly his role in that, but I know that I think he's chair. And he asked if he had somebody that dropped out and was like, hey, would you be able to fill this spot for me? I was like, sure, I can do it.
So that kind of sums up my next question, because I was going to say, what made you want to do it? But you were just like, yeah. You're like, yeah, let's go ahead.
I'll try it. At least all the comments will be up in front of my face and I can handle that.
Yeah. So do you think, would you have still done it had your brother not asked you and it was someone else? Or what do you think?
I think I would have, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there again, teaching somebody how to do something the right way or doing it different than they currently are, or at least, trying to teach the trade is a lot better than doing nothing and just, hey, man, I saw your pictures on Facebook. You totally butchered that fence. But why? How did I butcher it?
Like, well, maybe we should be doing something else.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, obviously these are two completely different things, but what is the difference between teaching someone fence on YouTube compared to teaching someone fence at FIS?
Oh, the questions I think is one.
Mm-hmm.
And ultimately, teaching somebody fence on YouTube, they're either going to like it or they're going to hate it.
Yeah.
So if they like it, they're going to have the comments. You just open Pandora's box. The comments are going to continue coming until all of their questions are answered. If they don't like it and they think you're wrong, they're just going to say, hey, they'll leave a comment and they'll move on. And just pretty much tell you that your way is wrong. And I'm going to keep on. Thanks for sharing your opinion, but I'm going to continue the way that my grandfather started, that taught me like 50 years ago. Which is right. I mean, it's an opinion, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, but it is still a trade industry. And then as far as teaching, and then also in that, YouTube, you're watching somebody, so you don't get a lot of hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
FIS, that's all it is hands-on. So if you don't understand what it is that you're doing, or if you don't understand the reason behind what you are doing, you get to ask questions of why, or why are we doing this, and how, and hey, I want to do it, not you. I want you to teach me how to do it. And the only way I hear it all the time, the only way I can learn how to do it is if I do it. I don't and that was a lot of the comments last time is um I I'm not a visual learner. I have to do it in order to learn it, which is great because there, people are just honest and whatnot.
Now, do you ever have you ever had previously people that come in and you're teaching them, but all their comeback is, oh, I already know this, or they don't want to hear what you got to say because that's not right. We do it like this, or you just try to tell those guys, hey, let's just get through this and listen to what I have to say, or how's that go?
I saw that once last year, and I would say
Yeah.
that goes as well. Unfortunately, they asked me to instruct the class, and I don't think they asked you. So could you just please listen?
That's a very nice way to put it. Yes. I can only imagine how frustrating it would be as an instructor, um, to be like, man, just listen. Like, I know you probably know, but let's listen.
I mean, and I think that's something that's overlooked. Is, oh, I already know this. I already know how to do it. You don't have to. You're wasting your time by teaching me this step.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. If you really want to get into some of the back history of it, how far off, how in depth are you in your career, and how much stuff do you have behind you? I mean, there's more knowledge maybe that I have that I'm just not showing you yet.
Right. Right.
And it turns out, you're teaching somebody that's only like 21, 22 years old. Well, there's your problem right there, is maybe they just forgot how to listen.
Ding, ding, ding. Now, would you say is FIS in the fence industry? Who do you think that is kind of geared toward? Is it those younger fencers, or what do you think?
I wouldn't just say it's geared toward younger fencers. I wouldn't say that there's an age on it. I would say that anybody that wants to, I would say it's geared towards anybody that wants to enhance their skills in the trade. Or, and I was hearing this some last year, and that was, oh man, this is the topic. This is the one. These are the two topics that I really came for this year, this go around, or this school year, is to learn more about this. And that was either chain link or ornamental iron, whatever the struggle was. Because anybody can build a wood fence, anybody can build chain link fence on a flat ground. But as soon as you start changing up the game, and as soon as you start adding different situations or different problems to the equations, people get scared.
Yeah.
Then the real struggles of that individual start showing.
Yeah. Now, I know last year there was a little bit of a problem with red ants. Did they attack you?
They didn't get me. I heard that the ag guys were getting bit pretty bad.
Yeah, I know. We walked over there, and no joke. Actually, it was the ornamental guys. When we walked over there, I step, and I'm pretty sure I stepped right on top of a hill, and they go, "Be careful, red ants," and then I can feel my my leg just burning, getting bit. I was like, "Holy crap!" So yeah. So, but that was interesting, right? We got
Yeah,
to
that
learn.
was
Yeah,
interesting. That was definitely a thing.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We got to see how fast Craig could move. Um, so when a student shows up to FIS and they have zero experience, like never touched a post or anything in their life, what does the first day actually look like for somebody like that?
The first day that look for them is I would say the the other portion of the team is trying to move on and stay on with the instructor, and he is just getting so far behind because what he's not saying is he's not saying, hey, I don't know nothing. I don't know anything.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as we find that information out, the nice thing about last year is I think that every course had 2 instructors.
Mm-hmm.
So if one instructor had to stay behind just a little bit and explain things a little bit more in depth with that person that was brand new to the industry, I know that Dan Wheeler and myself were doing that with a couple students, but just trying to make sure that everything made sense to them. And if it didn't make sense to them, we were just trying to clear everything and make everything clear as possible, so that way they felt like they were getting all the knowledge that they possibly could out of that whole entire, how long was that? 5 days?
Yeah, 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days.
Yeah. Justin Arias here saying we deal with new guys every day with ag. I assume he's talking about FIS.
Yeah, I'm thinking so.
Yeah. Yeah, the ag stuff was pretty interesting as well. We went over there and checked that out a little bit too. I want to also ask you, what is one thing that you see on a regular basis that students struggle with, no matter what their background is?
I would say that students struggle with, no matter what their background is man, that's a great question. I think it's very broad. There's a lot of struggles there of just understanding materials, I would say. Knowing materials and understanding materials.
Have you ever seen a student kind of get overwhelmed by learning all the disciplines each day?
Based on last year, I would say that the reports I was hearing was, oh man, this is so much easier today than what you guys are teaching because I already know a lot of this. So,
Okay.
So yes, if it's something that they're not familiar with and there's a lot to learn for them, it's high stress because they're trying to absorb everything that you're trying to throw at them.
Yeah, which is a lot because they take a test, right, at the end?
Not through this one, no.
Oh, not through this one. Okay.
Not through this one, but through gate operator school. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
And and you can actually test out 2 times. Well, you can actually test out 2 times on that if you CGAT and CGAT is what you can get through your gate operator, and that's pretty high stress there.
Yeah, I know. I obviously last year I covered the event some, and it was, I mean, there was a lot of people there for one, but two, you can tell there was a lot of stress walking around there on the different learning of, I mean, everything that's going on. I mean, it's a lot for people to take in, but I think it's great information, and you can tell everyone's brains were like going. So
it is. I would agree with that. And one of the things there is throughout the whole entire school is somebody, and I heard this a lot of the times last year, and I know they say it in the gate operator school, and I heard it obviously in the fence side as well. And that is that somebody chose to send you here. So make sure that you get out of it as much as you possibly can. So if somebody sees the value in you that you may not see, but you need to go learn as much as you possibly can through this 5 days.
Yeah. I mean, that's because I don't know how much it costs, but I can imagine it's probably a pretty penny. And I mean, they're getting a lot of schooling out of it. So yeah, I would agree with that, because I'm sure there's probably guys in past that have went there and just tried to, get by, or maybe hang out and party too much, or, something, or go out somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's a great point to, you're there for a reason. So, what do you think is missing from how the fence industry currently trains people, and how FIS can, fill that gap?
Oh, that's a question I don't know if I have the answer for you yet.
And the new chair is now Dan Olson.
I think that would be. I think that's more of a question, man. I think you should ask Alan that question.
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's a great Alan question.
Well, we'll have to get Alan on sometime. And actually, we'll be down there. Because did you say, are you planning on going down there this year?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. Because then I'll try to remember that question because I'm sure we'll go live from there again. We'll have you guys on live, and then I'll try to remember to ask him that question, knowing that I will 100% forget. But
what was the question? I'll write it down. I'll text it to you.
yeah, actually, that's a great idea. I'll text you. I'll text it to you. Like, hey, you remember this? Yeah, because I think that there's always this question amongst the fence industry, and they're always saying, they know too much to go to this training, or they don't want to spend the money to send the guy to that training, or, there's all these excuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you say to those people that make the excuses to try to avoid trainings?
The minute you're avoiding a training is the minute that you're shooting yourself in the foot because you're not trying to be just as good as your, competition. I'm going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you in the industry or are you just a guy in a truck?
Yeah.
Which one are you?
Yeah.
Are you just your average everyday handyman, or are you, a professional fence contractor? Because if you're avoiding trainings and trying to be the best at your trade, or I guess I would ask this blunt question: are you a professional?
Dan, I love that answer because I know so many people that avoid those things, but those same people are the ones that hate chucking the trucks or handymans or the guy that, I can do your siding, I can do this and this and this, and then, oh yeah, I'll do a fence for you too. Like, yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, I hate them. We don't get a lot of that as much here.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sure if we came to your area, and the reason I say that is because there's a huge population difference between where I am and where you are.
Huge.
I mean, let alone the whole entire state of Wyoming, we're looking at 500,000 people.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like that's my neighborhood. Pretty much. Yeah. I think we're right around like 2.2 million in the greater Indianapolis area.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah. So yeah, there's quite a big difference. John Classic says, when is 2.0 version of the fence installation school rolling out? Do you have the inside scoop on that from Alan? Are you texting him right now?
No, I'm not texting him right now. I would never do that. He texted me that just the other day. It's in November. Hold on. November 7th to the 14th. No, that's wrong. That's when instructors have to show up.
Yeah.
So that would be November 9th through the 13th.
So is that when they're releasing 2.0?
Wait, maybe I'm wrong. 2.0 what?
I don't know. John, what are you talking about? John, you sound like you have insider information, man. It says, when is the 2.0 version? Ken Throckmorton says, I will be there. You better be there, Ken. You better bring that grill, Ken, and we want you to smoke a brisket or something while you're there. I wonder what 2.0 version would be.
I guess I got lost in the question. I apologize.
No, I did too. I thought maybe you knew insider information too.
Nope.
I was like, I was not in that meeting, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, I mean, so you guys are going down there on the Saturday before? So you're going to be there 2 days before it starts?
Yeah, so you got your travel day and then you got your setup day to get set up, because I mean nobody wants to be setting up right as soon as, all the students show up. So the instructors, they gotta go there earlier.
Yeah. John says, the president is here. I'll keep my inside secrets to myself. Well played, John. Well played. Yeah, that'll be interesting, to see how that plays out and stuff. So obviously you've done the gate operator stuff and then FIS. Have you done any of the other ones like the sales or the leadership or now they have the operations?
I have not. I have not done any of the other ones. I've only gone through Alan and I actually went through AFA. Oh, what was that called back in the day? I actually have the certificate. Fence Tech. I think that's what it was called back in the day.
Mm.
But Alan and I went through that together one year, a long time ago, and then maybe 2022 I went through gate operator installation school.
Mm. Here we go. We've got some info now. Neri says that it is the idea behind 2.0 would be more advanced installation school, which turned into foreman school, field training school. So it sounds like that's which I did hear about that. John said, seriously though, I want to see more advanced school out. We have great instructors. I just want to see us entice owners to chase after install school the same way everyone is chasing after the operator classes.
So I would say behind that, then I would say absolutely, because I mean you can teach the lowers to assist, how to better assist, and how all the steps of building the fence and how to work alongside with your foreman. Or there again, just like Neri was saying, teaching a foreman the entire steps. So if you have a breakout foreman that you're getting ready to break out, send them to the school.
Yeah, which I think there was some communication. I said Justin is correct. I think there's some confusion too on what do you call a foreman compared to what others call a foreman, and I can't remember what the foreman school, what that is. Because what do you guys call a foreman there?
We still call them a foreman, a team lead, foreman or team lead.
So your foreman handles like a crew, basically.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Because I think that I heard somewhere, and I don't know because I haven't seen the school or anything or the class for that, but I heard that some people call a foreman kind of like what I would call a project manager, where they're handling a couple different, foremen the foremen are handling the crews type thing. So maybe one of those guys can clear that up for us and let us know what the new foreman school is teaching. And will that foreman school be down in Texas at AFAU? You got any cool YouTube videos that are coming out soon?
Always.
There's
always cool YouTube videos that come out. We just gotta make them.
Yeah. This is awesome. Yeah. Do you guys with the YouTube stuff? I mean, how long are you recording? Like, is it taking you a full day to get some of these videos, or do you do multiple videos the same day?
The idea behind it and the goal is, let's try to get 3 videos in a day as much as possible.
Yeah.
So there again, you have to plan it. You have to stage everything so that way you're on top of the cameraman and you're not wasting his time. Yeah. And you're basically like just like a TV show. Just like a TV show, you're staging every set.
Yeah.
And that's just making sure that everything is ready to go. You do this video, you close that one out. You go to this one, you close that one out, and you do your final. And sometimes the first video goes horribly wrong and you don't get to the last 2. or you just have a curveball in there. You're like, okay, we got to get past this, get to the next one. But a lot of the times, yes, we do try to plan them out, and some of those do end up some at least once a month. One of those videos may roll into a multi-day shoot.
Okay. Do you guys try to shoot for like a certain time on your videos?
I mean, the goal is 2 to 3 hours is what we're trying to get to start it and then kick it across the finish line and then turn it around to edit. But we're working on that.
Yeah.
We're working on, and sometimes, the topic at hand, if you're just telling somebody, and here's the difference in that, if you're just telling somebody how to do it with a small, tabletop display, that's not going to take very much time at all. But if and what I give to you as far as an example of that is the compression brace video we talked about earlier. Yeah. But if you take that and you put that into real life world and you go into the field with it, now you're getting, into some more time, and that is because now you have to drive a couple posts, you have to start building the gate. I mean, you have to you can't. What's the point of doing the video if you're not going to get down to the nuts and bolts of what the video is about? So it just takes longer as soon as you start going to the field.
Yeah. No, I agree, because so obviously we haven't started doing like any instructional videos really. We've been asked to do a couple, but I'm like, I don't know how we would have time to, because even when we do the goofy videos, like me dancing or hiding in the back of a truck or something, like it's like a full day of recording, like, and we'll get like 4 videos out of it that are only, I don't know, 30 seconds a piece. So I couldn't imagine like how efficient you guys have gotten over the years of, these videos and trying to like you just said, like treat it basically like a TV show set and be like, okay, now we got to do this, and go. It's kind of crazy, which Jordan's got a question for you. Besides money, what would it take for you to get out of fencing?
I would say it would just take the job, I guess.
Yeah. Because it'd be hard to say without money, because not saying that we all chase money, but.
No, I mean, but ultimately it's something you still thrive on, or something you still need through life.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely do.
But I'm a multi-millionaire, so I'm kidding. I'm not at all.
Like I make, several million a year, no big deal. YouTube,
several million in pennies.
Yeah. I understand that. Yes. I'm still waiting for my big YouTube check. It hasn't came yet, so I'm gonna keep watching the mail for it. So we'll see how that goes. I was gonna ask you too, do you guys do a lot of short videos? Like not videos, but like shorts, like reels? Or do you only do long form?
I'm gonna say that we do long form. I think that we tried shorts and I don't think it was there.
Yeah.
And there again, that might be that'd be a much better question for the editor, because I don't see much of that side. Because ultimately, I mean, the editor, he controls the whole entire YouTube channel.
Oh, really?
There's a lot in my job of what I do. And so just helping him trying to, get these videos done. If I had to watch that whole YouTube channel and answer questions and try to do my other stuff, I mean, I don't know how you'd sleep.
No, you wouldn't. That's the thing. Yeah, that's I wouldn't. Here's my suggestion: if you guys ever do shorts, start a separate page for shorts.
Oh, okay.
Because my experience with YouTube, and this goes out for everybody, my experience with YouTube is I started learning that if you have shorts and long form videos on the same page, YouTube gets confused on who your viewers really are. Because I found out, I'll have to fact check this, but I read a story that said that YouTube started YouTube Shorts because TikTok came out back in whatever 2021 or whatever it was. So YouTube was like, oh man, we got to hurry up and do this because everyone's going to TikTok. So they didn't even beta test it or anything and started doing reels or shorts, whatever you want to call it. So they started doing it. Well, and then now it confuses everybody on who your viewers are, which obviously if you're getting monetized through YouTube, it's a different pay scale on long form and shorts. So we started a new Fence Guy Podcast Shorts YouTube page. Actually, we started it today. It has 1 subscriber. So that's it.
How's it going?
Well, I looked earlier and one of the videos had 4 views. So I was like, all right, we're going. So, which is crazy because obviously it says that it will push it out more to people that are your TikTok followers than it will the people that like to sit down, like watch your channel. Like, you know, you're going to sit down and watch a 20-minute, 40-minute video compared to just scrolling 30 seconds. And
right.
So yeah, different people. So we're going to keep the long form on regular Fence Guy podcast and then switch the shorts over to that other one. And then I'll let you know in about 90 days. Well, I'll let you know at AFAU because I'll be there and I'll let you know, say, hey, this is how it's going. And that was a horrible idea, or it was great. And now it's, you know, working. So,
but you know, the awesome part about that whole entire thing that you just talked about is you got it up and running, and now you can try it.
Yeah. Because
that's just waiting for success, and that's part of success is getting it up.
And we're obviously nowhere near how many followers you guys have, but we did surpass 1,000, so we were super happy about that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so we were pumped, but the watch hours, man, they are so hard to get, and to get people engaged, which that's what made me do more research on the whole YouTube thing and finding out, oh, well, it's because all of our viewers are confused. So it's not sending out to anybody, which in turn we changed it up. So yeah, how's Forrest Gump say it? That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah.
So, if any of you guys watching have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them in the chat and we can get to those. But what's the next plans for Dan now?
Oh, you know, just keep plugging along.
Yeah. You got any big woodworking projects coming up?
I have potential. I have one I'm looking at, and that's just doing. That one is actually going to pull me away from the company for a while if I get it. So, and then I have one that's just continuously ongoing and growing, and it's a struggle. It is a struggle to go between both jobs and do both jobs because, you know, at night you're a woodworker and at day you're a fencer or fence contractor, and
at lunch you're a YouTuber.
Oh yeah, and then and then somewhere in between a fence contractor, you're a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is great. So if it's going to pull you away from the fence business, will you still do YouTube in some whatever free time you may have?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I wondered, does Alan ever get on any videos?
He does, and there's a huge thing there, and maybe people kind of wonder why they don't see him as much. Mm-hmm. And actually at IFS last year, I was trying to inform people there's like 400 miles between us. So I'm at the northwest part of the state up by Yellowstone, and Alan is down at the southeast part of the state in Cheyenne. And it's like 400 miles. It's 5.5 hour drive between the two locations.
Yeah, that's crazy. Whose house do you guys go to on Thanksgiving?
We We just do our own thing.
You video call each other. Hey, I'm not driving 5 hours.
We don't even do that. We usually just, it's the whole family group chat says Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, done and done. That's awesome.
Then nobody can blame you for burning the turkey. I mean, it's honestly the best way.
Yeah, I know. They can't judge your turkey not being cooked right or anything like that.
Yeah, because I mean, how many people complain at Thanksgiving like, "Oh man, you should have let that guy cook the turkey."
Yeah, don't touch the mac and cheese this year.
Yeah, we'll find somebody else.
That's hilarious. Well, Dan, I appreciate you, man, taking the time on your Taco Tuesday to come on here, and talk fence and YouTube and all those things. Obviously you can use more followers, right? So if you guys go follow SWI Fence, right? Is that what it's called on YouTube? Just SWI, or is it SWI Fence?
I think it's SWI Fence.
I think it is too.
I do have one question for you though.
Okay.
My question is, can we go back and talk about one person that said something as far as comment?
Yeah.
So I want to go back to Justin Nary's comment about how he deals with new guys every day. And I want to clarify on that agricultural fence and what he teaches is a huge thing. That is a huge thing, because what he teaches, I wanted to go through his class last year because I'm not an expert like he is, and that is something that I just wish I knew way more about.
Yeah. So I'd be easy a little bit on the word expert in Justin Nary.
Okay, yeah, sorry. I don't want to like blow up the room here.
Yeah, don't boost his head any more than no. No, I watched some of what they were doing last year, and honestly, that's what I came back and was telling my teams. I was like, man, they're like, you guys think ag fence, like there's a whole nother side of ag fencing that you have no idea about, and it's not just putting a post in and running 3 boards or 4 boards or something. Like there's so much more to it. So,
well, the ag fencer that just goes down to Tractor Supply and buys whatever they can find right on the shelf,
yeah,
and it goes all down to the materials. There again, high tensile wire versus low carbon wire.
Oh yeah, which I don't know if you've seen what Nary said. Thanks, Dan.
I know you're welcome.
Nary is awesome though. I love messing with him. He messed with me more though. So
I actually heard that his name last year. I heard that his running name is called Hollywood. Hollywood, because he's always on camera.
He is. So he's always on a podcast. He runs the round table for the ag industry, which if you ag guys are listening, I highly recommend you guys going to. All jokes aside, it's very informational, and those guys are getting some stuff in line. So, but yeah, and then I will give him, again, all jokes aside, I'll give Nary some props. This dude does so many service projects that people don't know about, and he'll just, if somebody's in need, like he's like, it's all right, we got it. I'm like, dang, man, like
this the other day too.
Yeah. I'm like, geez, man. Nary, if you're still watching, how many service projects do you think you do a year? Let's ask that. We'll see what he says. I was trying to pull up your YouTube channel real quick and see, is it officially SWI Fence?
Yeah, I think so. I think it is officially SWI Fence. Let me pull it up for you.
He said for sure one.
Yep, it is SWI Fence.
Yeah. Said try to do as many as possible. It's awesome. That is awesome. But yeah, did you have anything else, Dan, that you wanted to go through?
No, I don't think so. I just wanted to go back to that one comment because there was something there that I felt that I wanted to just point out, and that was that there's a lot to learn there, and if you don't know anything about that school, I think that maybe it's time that you just actually enroll yourself and go to the school.
Yeah, I agree with you completely. There's definitely a lot to learn. They have obviously the different schools that are coming up, operations, foreman school, leadership, sales training. And I think there's a new sales training coming out too. I think it's like a 2.0, or maybe it's on 3.0 now. Scott Galpin was getting that ready. So sounds good. So yeah, you guys go out there, follow SWI Fence if you guys want to see some of Dan's videos that he's in and all the hard work that he puts in doing those. Dan, again, we appreciate you hopping on here and taking the time out on your Tuesday to tell everybody a little bit more about you. And all of you guys, make sure you guys are going on and downloading our Friday solo episodes as well. Those are a little bit more in depth about certain things. And I guess we'll close out on that.
Awesome. Thanks for having me, Craig.
Yeah. Everyone else, we appreciate you guys watching. And don't forget, go out there and be a good human.